Hey guys, welcome back to Lucid Trading. I'm Gara, and today we're going to be analyzing NIO Stock for the daily pre-market analysis. Before we begin, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Also, I am not a financial advisor. Everything I talk about, everything I draw on the charts, that is just my opinion. It's meant to be taken in as educational and entertainment purposes only. So keep that in mind. Let's go into this right away. So NIO has seen a massive move to the upside for NIO Day and after NIO Day. Yesterday, obviously, we had seen significant bullishness. I would say NIO right now is in a correctionary phase. It's pretty much seen the catalyst. We're now bypassing the catalyst, and like I drew right here, we said we would top out at the $65, $66 and then come back down all the way to the 58 and 55, where we would consolidate, but then keep going down towards the 52, 53. I think that is still in play right now. We're going to be drawing this again, but it's just to show you what we were thinking initially. It seems like we're seeing weakness here as well, and the pre-market is starting to come back down. Meanwhile, the market is just not doing a whole lot. It's just indifference, but NIO is coming down again, so it's seeing sort of a sell-off. I think there's a huge probability it's going to come back down to the $60, kind of consolidate in this zone, but then after that keep falling down to the $56, $57 range, where we consolidate again and keep going down further. Now, the reason this is happening is because the catalyst is now being bypassed. We don't have any other catalyst. The next catalyst is deliveries, which is going to be at the beginning of the month. Usually we start pricing this in about 10 days before it happens, which is still too early right now. We cannot price it right. It's not going to be priced in right now. So it's going to see a little bit of bearishness before it comes back up. Obviously, it will be coming back up because there are many catalysts in the future. But for now, we're seeing a little bit of a downturn, which is okay. It's perfectly fine. Stocks don't only go up. Now, I'm going to be drawing it right now. All right, so what I'm expecting is for it to initially go sideways here and then go down further to the $57, bounce a little bit to the 58, 59, and then keep going down, fill the gap to the $55, and kind of at some point fall all the way towards the $52, where we consolidate, bottom out, and gradually rally up. So that is what I'm seeing right now for NIO Stock. There is a good reason it's going down. Actually, there's a fundamental reason. They're kind of offering more shares, etc., which is diluting the stock again. They're doing another offering, right? So that's what I would say about that. That's making the stock go down. I think it's very wise for them to be doing this, actually, because the market capitalization is very high, which is a very good point in time to be doing an offering. So that's going to give them more liquidity, more revenue, more cash to work with, which is great for the company long term. But for now, I think the stock is going to be taking a major hit to the downside. We already filled the gap, and I think we're going to be going down from here before rallying. So let's go to the other time frames, and we'll come back to this time frame, do a very proper analysis, and we'll see where it's going to be going. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right, so looking at the 1 hour time frame for NIO Stock right now as we speak, like we said on the 30 minutes, initial sideways movement right here. Just gradually go sideways and then come back down further to the $58, $59. See a bit of a bounce, but keep going down to the $55 and consolidate again, and then fall back to the $51, $52 range, where we would see our bottoming happen. We could probably start rallying here, just like that, to the upside for deliveries. So that might be the case for NIO Stock. I would say that's a little bit optimistic. It's probably going to go consolidate in this zone a little bit further and then start going upwards. We're going to show you that on the 4 hours. But right now, the MACD does seem like it's going to be heading down just like that, and then gradually come back up and move kind of sideways in that fashion. RSI, same story. Go down to the oversold, then come back up and remain in this kind of bottom layer and hit the oversold probably several times because people are going to be taking profits until the next catalyst. Obviously, this market cap right now for NIO, if you look at the fundamentals, you can't really pair them up because obviously they don't have that much revenue, they don't have that much profits. It's basically speculation because you're kind of betting on the company getting a lot more revenue the next 5 years instead of right now, which if there's no catalyst, then that would potentially mean, hey, let's take some profits, wait for the next catalyst, and then buy back in. So that's what people are doing. That's what they usually do. You can see it right here several times. Big spikes and big dumps. Big spike, big dump. It happens all the time. And I think this one, it's not going to be much more different. So keep that in mind. Now, that was the 1 hour. Looking a little bit bad on the short term. But I think on the long term, it will pretty much come back all the way. So let's go to the 4 hours. All right, so looking at the 4 hour time frame, like I said on the previous time frames, initially come back down to the $58, see some sideways movement, but still come back down further, I would say, to the $56, $55. Maybe see bounce right here and then come back down all the way to the $53, $52 zone. We see a bounce here, go sideways. Hold up. So go sideways and gradually rally upwards for deliveries. All right, I drew it properly. It's very difficult to be drawing on this time frame. So I think it's going to initially bottom out at this good support, very strong support, the $52 to $54 range, then bounce right off, and we pretty much start rallying for the next catalyst, which is going to be deliveries in the beginning of the month. So that could take us all the way back to the all-time high and above, potentially going to the $70 before seeing the next top. So I'll be very cautious here because there's going to be a lot of volatility. And in the scenario where we don't see this dip happen because of good news or because of the fact that they got a new contract, they got an announcement like, hey, we got new products coming, that could mean that we consolidate right here and then go up. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see a nice sell-off. We have been going up very nicely from the 39 bottom all the way to this 67. So I would expect a nice correction to the downside as well, to the $53, $52. Create a nice bottom there and then rally upwards. With the MACD kind of looking a little bit like this, I would say, and just going up. RSI similarly move in that kind of fashion and stay in the overbought. So NIO Stock, while it's still going to be going down on the short term, I think it will see a nice comeback for the delivery numbers of the month. If the delivery numbers are going to be terrible, or if people are anticipating that they're terrible, this rally is either not going to happen, or after the rally we're going to see a major sell-off. So we have to hope that these delivery numbers are going to be great. Usually in January, February, and March, we don't have the greatest deliveries. So we'll see what happens next. I'll be very, very cautious. Dollar cost average, do not go all in. Now let's go to the daily chart. All right, so I've decided to cut the daily out for now because it's the pre-market analysis. Makes sense. I mean, we're just going to see what's happening today in the next couple days. So let's just trade ahead, go to the 30 minutes, which we are on right now. I think what's going to be happening next is most likely we're going to see a bit of sideways movement, and then we're going to come down to the 58.5, potentially all the way to the 57, see a bit of a bounce, but then come down anyway to all the way I would say to the $52, $53 range, bounce off right here again to the 55, 56, and then keep going down very, very rapidly to approximately $50, maybe a little bit down to the 49 where we bottom out, and then gradually go back up to the 54, 53 and see some sideways movement to the upside. The MACD is going to look at a little bit like this. Something like this, and I would say the RSI is going to look something like this. We're going to just remain very oversold, I mean, and gradually we go out of it. So maybe that's a little bit unrealistic. So hold on, we touch the oversold and touch the oversold and come down again. Just like that. So that would be the RSI and MACD. I think NIO Stock is going to be a nice buying opportunity in this zone. So from the $50 to approximately $55, I think NIO Stock is going to be a nice buy because we're going to have another catalyst, which is going to be deliveries. Earnings will be in March, so that's going to be interesting to look at as well. I think earnings are going to be very great. Keep in mind, if the deliveries are going to be bad, then NIO Stock will be falling off a cliff. So we're expecting deliveries to be good. Hopefully they are good. And then it's going to skyrocket to the moon. Guys, this was the NIO pre-market analysis. If you enjoyed this video, then like, subscribe. Really appreciate that. check out the Patreon, where you can get benefits like early access, buy and sell signals, exclusive content, and consultations. We also have a merchandise store if you want to get t-shirts, hoodies, water bottles, mugs, everything. You can find it there at the Lucid Trading merchandise store. Link is in the description. We have social media, the Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and the Discord that you can join. It's a community. We talk about investing and trading and finance and everything else. Make sure you join, guys. That would be awesome. This was Lucid Trading. Have an awesome trading day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.